All right, so I'm just an idiotic, stupid dog, and this is going to be a really, really short and really, really weirdo, demented Johnny Depp movie. Me and the man, we were sitting around the big parlor room, and the man's like, hey, the dog, this is a really weird Johnny Depp movie. I was like, I know it is. I mean, it's like, and all of a sudden, in the movie, Johnny Depp was like singing a song. He was a school bus driver. He was driving a bunch of little kids, and he was humming a tune to himself the whole time he was driving. That's how the opening credits were running over top of Johnny, almost like in a Ralph Crampton-esque school bus driver uniform. He's like, "Welcome to the freak show, do-do-do-do, welcome to the freak show, do-do-do-do, welcome to the freak show, welcome to the freak show." And we were like, "Jeepers creepers, he's singing in front of kids?" The kids need a nurturing, a lot of these kids that come from broken homes, divorced families, they don't have a mom or a dad. They're missing something. Maybe they're being raised by their grandparents. Maybe their mom and dad are methamphetamine heads. They're pill heads. They're loser screwballs. These kids, they don't need Johnny Depp singing a bunch of weird shit. Welcome to the freak show. Little kids shouldn't be, and it was a mixture of kids. It was like little black kids, little Asian kids, little blonde-haired girls, little white-haired boys, little strawberry top kids with freckles of all different kinds. It was really demented. They didn't have any Indians because they didn't let any Indians or Pakistani people come on that back then in the old days. This was an old Johnny Depp movie, but Johnny was humming a song. He's like, "Welcome to the freak show." I was like, wow, this is really weird, And when Johnny pulls in, he drops all the kids off. Later on in the movie, it turns out that Johnny Depp's dad was this famous actor who was really putting a lot of pressure on Johnny and making life hard for Johnny. And the man was like, "Who the hell is that guy? I know that guy. Wasn't that the guy that talked during Michael Jackson's Beat It videos or his Night Fright videos or Night of 1,000 Screwball videos? Wasn't that the guy who starred in the pedophilic homemade videos that's not what it was. Michael Jackson had, who was that actor who voiced over when it was Thriller, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I don't know. I'm a stupid dog. I don't know what you're talking about. And the man was like, look it up. And I was like, what am I going to look up? He goes, get on Wikipedia and ask who was in the Fright Night videos for Michael Jackson back in the MTV days. And I was like, oh my God, I don't even know what you're talking about, though, man. I do not even know what you're... I can't even, and so I tried to say that, and Wikipedia said, I forget what they said. Wikipedia was like, answer not found, or could not convert. Don't know what the hell you're talking about. Wikipedia's like, we can't come up with nothing. Answer not found. You're a bozo. You're an idiot. You're an ignoramus. Try again. Give it a little bit of different kind of verbiage, and maybe it'll come up with something for you. Finally, the man's like, yeah, I know. I remember in this one Columbo movie, and the man watched every single Columbo movie, and if anything pertains to Columbo, if the theory of relativity, or how you could avoid a nuclear disaster, how you could defeat Kamala Harris, or how you could defeat Donald Trump, if any of it was contained in the secret riddles, the Columbo anthology. If you he's watched every single Columbo of a minimum of 9 times. And so a lot of times when he can't figure something out, and he questions AI, and AI is like, I cannot understand what you're trying to talk about. You are so frustrating. One time, the man was like, hey, I'm trying to figure out who's the voice, who's in this old Johnny Depp movie that playing the dad, and he's like, he played in a lot of Edgar Allan Poe B movies from the 50s and the 60s. And AI was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. AI got pissed off and it signed off. It was like a dot. In the old days when TV, like in the 1960s when TV was done, like we're not putting nothing on TV after 2 a.m. It was like, a little dot in the middle of the screen. AI was like, I'm zoning you out. AI went to a dot. Went, anyways. The man didn't give up because he still knew he had that one thing he could count on, that one feather in his cap, that one thing he could clutch to, that one straw. He said, well, let's see what Columbo can come up with. Let's see if we just run it through the Columbo files. Let's see if let's program, just put it in, just do an input into Columbo. And he was like, he told me I'm a young stupid dog. He said, I want you to ask Wikipedia, who was it that starred in who were all the stars who played in that one Columbo episode about the cosmetics? There was a Columbo episode about the cosmetics. Of course, it was Peter Falk as Columbo. There was this old, washed up, beauty queen that was part of it. And the guy who was playing it, one of the things, he wasn't really monstrous. He wasn't weird. He was just playing. But most of his career was based on being a weirdo in monster movies and vampire movies and all this bullshit. Vincent Price. And the man's like, I told you. If it's connected to Columbo, you could figure it out. It's only 7 or 8 or 10 steps away from Columbo. Everything is only 7 or 8, maybe 12 or 15 steps. 15 steps away, it'll come back to Columbo. It was Vincent Price. Vincent Price was in this weird old Johnny Depp movie, and Johnny was singing some kind of crazy-ass song. Johnny was a bus driver, and he was trying to help the kids along. He's like, I know your parents are fucked up, and they're on Quaaludes, and back then it was Quaaludes, and they were like, they were doing soft porn, because they weren't doing hardcore porn yet. It was back in the 70s. And Johnny's like, I know you're going to school in galoshes when it's summertime. I know, you're getting peanut butter and jelly sandwich when all the other kids are getting tuna fish sandwiches. I know you're getting vanilla sugar daddies when all the other kids are getting chocolate sugar daddies. I know you got to drink, whatever. The other kids get Yoo-hoo and you got to drink water from the water fountain. But anyways, he was trying to cultivate this thing. He was trying to be a mentor to these children. But when Johnny Depp, the weirdo part of it, when Johnny Depp went home, his dad was getting him going down the road. He's like, what the fuck's the matter with you? You'll never become jack shit. You're never going to become nothing. You're a loser. Why can't you buck up? Why can't you be strong? Why can't you shuck it off? Why can't you pull yourself up by the bootstraps? Oh, you're such a weak son of a bitch. I can't believe you came out of my loins. And that's not how Vincent Price talked like, it's like a ghost. He's like, oh, you're so disappointing. I can't believe how you could have come from my loins. Like, he's like a drunken vampire or something. But anyways, Johnny, this is the really weird part that makes it a really weirdo Johnny Depp movie. Johnny would retreat back to his little lair, his little room. He kept it filthy dirty so his dad wouldn't even come in there because his dad would be so disappointed. He'd try to beat him with a wiffle ball bat. He'd try to take a dog leash out and whip him because he was scattered dishes, clothes, masturbation towels, it was shit up skitter pants, underwears was filled with skitter marks. It was just disgusting. Anyways, Johnny would slink back into this lair, and he would put on back then it was like a deep purple. He would put on his lava lamp and he'd start smoking bongs. The problem was in this weirdo, crazy Johnny Depp movie, Johnny started hacking and coughing. He wasn't getting high. He's like, what the hell? do I have COVID? They didn't even know what COVID was back then. That's what was so weird about it. In 1972, this movie, Johnny's like, have I got COVID one? Do I have COVID 3? Because they didn't have COVID-19 back then. But I think they maybe had COVID 2 or 3 maybe. But Johnny's like, oh my God, I'm not even getting high. It turned out every time he'd try to get high, he'd have these big sacks of weed, these big, beautiful buds. But when the camera zoned in, they put a little light on the bag, it was filled with like cow manure or horse manure dung chunks, roundish chunks of horse dung or cow dung. They had little furry edges. They looked green. When you got in close, you're like, that's cow dung. That's a cow turd. That's a horse turd. And he'd be breaking it off going, oh my God, look at this is so beautiful. It's so tacky with all the resin on the outside. Look at all the purple and orange hairs. And you're like, no, that's straw. That's dung. Johnny, you're trying to smoke horse poop. That's cow manure. You can't, who put it in a bag and sold it to you? You didn't smell it? You couldn't have said that smells skunky. That smells dungy. You wouldn't have said, my God, this is a good-looking weed. It smells like skunk. You'd be like, no, this has to be some horse turds that somebody scooped up off of a field where the horses and the cows were walking around, and they're selling it to me at a premium, and I'm trying to smoke horse turds. I'm trying to smoke cow manure. It's disgusting. This whole movie was really weird. Poor old Johnny. I was like, Johnny, this is not working out well for you. Johnny was like, God bless. I can't believe it. Maybe I should just try to be sober. Maybe I should go to an AA meeting. Maybe I should go to, the Drugs Anonymous thing because God bless. If not, I'm going to just be smoking cow manure over here. Horse manure. Horse manure? Horse manure? They sold me horse manure? I'm smoking horse manure? Horse manure. I was trying to get some weed, but come on. Horse manure? Horse manure you got? You sell me horse manure. I'm smoking horse. I got a bag full of horse manure? Horse manure. Yes, but horse manure? Horse manure? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.